Greetings, humanity. I'm Jim, and I am once again playing the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I just decided to take another run at this. It's been a little while. It's been a little longer than I'd planned. I got a little frustrated with certain technical aspects where it there were some bugs. But I think the game is probably still finishable. We're gonna take a stab at that. If we possibly can. And so that's going to be the thing what we are attempting. Let me go ahead and get us in there. The tricky thing with this game is the save system. That's one of the I don't seem to have a lot of luck with save systems with the new games nowadays. But part of that actually, it's not intentional. They just are, there's a bug in there causing a few issues. So saving and loading can be a little tricky, I guess, the later you get into the game. So I'm trying to keep it to a limited number of save slots and I've got it. You can't see this, but I've got it in windowed mode now. So hopefully that'll help. That is what a few people on the internet seem to think will help. So we're going to do that, and we'll see what happens. And let me just make sure I've set a couple of things up the way I need to. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Also, please just do remember we have a content warning that you can currently see in the corner there. That there's potential for motion sickness, some graphic violence, gore, dead bodies. That was very much toward the beginning of it. I haven't seen as much of that as we've gotten further in, but it might happen again. So just a fair warning on that. And we also there was a little bit of a child getting injured happening at one point in the plot not too long ago, but I don't think that's from what I've seen. I haven't seen any evidence yet that that's a reoccurring thing. But urchins. This game has urchins in it, just so you're aware. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try to resume. I'm gonna press this resume button, and we're going to see where we are because I've kind of forgotten. It's been a little while. I think we were in the Whitechapel district. And we're trying to hunt down a couple of grave diggers, I believe, who were, we think, hired to do away with an archbishop. Or actually, well, they weren't hired to do away with the archbishop. They were hired to steal from the archbishop. Things got out of hand. They killed him. That's what we've determined at this point. I need to figure out what we are doing, however.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I was just asking you. For goodness sake. Damn it, John. Okay. So let's see if I can remember the interface. That's not it. That's the inventory. I know we have records of what's been happening. Kurtz's address. You'll find Kurtz at number 8 Batty Street. To get there, take the first left, turning out into the cemetery. Then the first right. The number 8 is on the right at the end of the blind alley. Okay, yeah, that was the address we were looking for. These were clues that we needed to follow to figure out where we were. We found all these notes that had been left. There's been a lot going on in this game. And so we're just sort of trying. I'm back playing catch up here. We helped someone escape from Westgate Prison, for obscure reasons that I'm sure will be revealed in time. We tracked down someone that a relative of the Archbishop's, whom the Archbishop had an argument with, and we got nothing from him because he Then immediately he was scared, and he backed himself into a pit of molten metal. We were at a factory at the time. Basically, that's how these things go. So yeah, a guy calling himself Grape Ape and a guy calling himself Kurtz. These are the people we're looking for. We're actually trying to find the person who hired them. Ah!
Oh, mister, that's a mighty fine outfit you're wearing there. You stand out like a sore thumb, and that's no lie. Watch that you don't get it all dirtied up, but you'd be welcome to come back to my place. It's not far, and I'd sponge it down for you.
Don't go back to Jenny's place. You'll get malaria.
I feel like it's a bit of a hard sell, but I guess you gotta do what you gotta.
I'm certain that you would make a very good job of it. That will not be necessary, however. But your thought was a kind one.
We'd best be leaving now, sir.
Here, please accept this sovereign as a token of my gratitude for your concern.
Well, I never. Thank you. That's right generous of you, my lordship.
You are very welcome, madam.
Madam, he calls me. Bless my garters. What a gent.
Oh,
If you're ready now, sir.
Yes, let us go.
I see the,
What a remarkable man.
I see capitalism is still happening.
To talk to such a woman as though she was an equal.
Prince Woodville.
Let's find Batty Street.
I wonder if that will come up again later. It probably will. Now that's the thing, of course, is that we have no... Can't really look at the maps. Holmes should know every block. I've recently been watching... I've gone back and I've been watching the Jeremy Brett series. As a present to myself, I got last summer. For my birthday, I got myself a BritBox subscription so I could go back and do that. And that is what is. I've been looking at that a lot lately. Do we need information from these people? Apparently not. Right. How do we figure out where that is? There's a lot here. And I've utterly forgotten all of this work.
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
Great. Is there a way to see?
Burner Street.
They leave us to die like dogs.
What should we do next, Holmes?
You're not helpful at all right now, John. I have no idea if I'm even going in the right direction. The problem is we can talk to random people, but we have no idea if any of them are going to be at all helpful. You know where it is, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. But I can't talk to you. Makes sense if he knew. No, that's not it. This is the direction we came from. This is Bucks Row.
Bucks Row, where Polly Nichols met her death under the knife of the Ripper.
Ah, delightful. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us of that, John. That's very, very kind of you. I guess I'm just gonna.
Nothing of interest here.
Nope. Okay. Ah, I see. We've hit the plot barrier. Okay. Guess we're gonna go the other way. I keep forgetting how strange this interface is. Not nearly as strange as it is while I'm trying to use a controller, but I guess they've set it up so you just keep walking in the same direction. This might be, I'm guessing, one of those things where they planned to do more with it and ran out of time. Because I think we started at that. Yes, thank you. I mean, yeah. Shall we just run? Shall we just run for no reason down the streets of London? apparently. Just leave the poor people alone. Leave these poor human beings alone. Just let them be. Stop trying to mess with everybody. He says to himself. No, yes, no, nothing. Okay. Do we wish to consult the constabulary?
Sorry, the market is closed. There's no more produce.
Right. This is Batty Street. Okay.
Batty Street.
Hey, May. Are you of a class that is allowed to run in public? I don't know. I don't know if you actually have to be knighted first. It's entirely possible. But Watson is a veteran, so I'm sure he's allowed. So he's keeping an eye on me to make sure we're good. Number 8. First left, turning out of the cemetery. There were directions here, Jim. Why didn't you read these directions? Yes. These same models over and over. What? What are you looking at? Alright. This is number 6.
A wine and liquor seller. He must make a fortune in this area.
Maybe.
Batty Street.
Yes, thank you. At the end of the blind out. Stand by. There's number 8. Okay, we're going to look around very carefully now. I have forgotten how to change the camera. Ah! Okay. I did not see that coming. I have forgotten how to change the camera. Let me actually see if it tells me. Because I just want to make sure, because I may want to change. R. Okay. Dialogues, documents, deductions, map. Okay. Oh no. That doesn't sound good. Nope. You go out to the menu, you're doomed. Oh my god. Okay, let's try that again. Luckily, that was mostly just me fumbling around, and it wasn't actually what was necessary. Oh my god. Okay. It's number 8. First left, first right. Oh my god. Content nightmare. Alright.
Well,
Okay.
mister.
Yeah, we're good. We saw that already. Okay. Yes. Child? Yes, good, good. We're turning left. We've turned left. And let's turn right. This is wait a minute. Wait a minute. The first left turning out of the cemetery, then the first right. Okay. Maybe they mean the first left off of this road. Which is this one. Strange. I have not,
Bucks Row. where Polly Nichols
Yes,
met
we
her
know
death
that one.
under the knife of the...
Interesting.
They leave us to die like dogs.
Yes, I've been hearing that a lot lately. The rat hole. See, the funny thing is, if you try to follow the directions, you're gonna get lost. No freaking wonder someone got Celine here. This is not a.
Row.
I mean, look at this freaking little twisty road. This is not a pedestrian-friendly area. Exactly. I mean, it is, if you want to hide, but it also is not. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. I gotta figure this out. It's like... we headed... yeah, that was the... okay, yeah. Heading this way. Turning left. And then... east one? Yes, that one. Okay, good. That is the one. I'm just checking around outside in case there's anything I'm going to desperately want to look around for
Whitechapel Street. We are in one of the main areas in the district.
just checking around out here, making sure there's nothing else I may desperately need. Probably not.
Nothing of interest here.
Yeah, that's what I assumed he would say. Okay. Yes, existential dread replaced with a different kind of dread. Hello. I'm going to try to save it now. Heavens help us. By saving over a thing. Yes. Please work. Ah! Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Ah. Hello. Hi, Critwitch. Hi. I'm, trying to make this game work. So we're taking another stab at trying to make this game work. Okay. Just one of those things where, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. Okay. Go on through. We've seen this. Okay. Now, I got turned around because this has happened to me in real life also. I got turned around and was not able to get to where I needed to go for a little bit because I materialized standing in the wrong direction. I was standing in the wrong direction for a little too long, and then after I finally turned back around to go in the direction that I had been in many, many times before, somehow I was terribly disoriented and no longer recognized where I was headed. Graphics for how old is this one? This is, I think, 2014. Yeah, we're going to try this again. I'm going to go further back and hope for the best. Please work. Yes! Okay, that worked. Okay, let's make our realization as to where we are. Okay. All right, we're heading over here. Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness that worked.
Closed.
Okay, we found number 8. Now we need to look around. This is a very dark area. So we found Betty Street.
What do you think, Holmes?
I think we need to
Batty Street.
get a little creative. What the heck is in there? Anything? All right. No? Okay. You see anything? You want to talk? No, you don't.
Batty Street.
Yes, we know that it's Batty Street. You doing? You need help holding this ladder or anything? No? Okay. Do we know where it is? Kurtz's address. We have that. So we found the address. We now need to figure out how to get into said address. Let us check our inventory. We have a key.
My God, Holmes.
Works.
It's appalling. And the smell. But what can have happened here?
Oh dear.
Stay calm, Watson. Take note of every detail and be careful not to move anything.
Very well, Holmes.
Okay, we now have another dead body. It just auto-saved, thankfully, so I don't have to do it. I'm going to highly value... So, yes, please, once again, glance to the content warning. We have a dead body. We have multiple dead bodies. We now have also a dead animal, a couple of dead animals here. So please bear that in mind. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a second. I'm going to take a second. I'm gonna go ahead and add to the content warning because that's kind of important to let folks know. Let's see. There's a term. Not exactly animal death. I mean, it is animal death, but it's also harm to animals might cover it. I'm remembering a thing where there's something else vaguely. I'm remembering vaguely something else from earlier where there was another thing. I can't remember exactly what it was. What am I moving around when I move that? There's. Oh yeah, that was another window that I had for that. You just put that back where it was. Nail it down. There we go. Okay. Just make this. Can we please just make this work? And tiny bit to the right, and there we go. Okay. All right. Back to this. Okay. We have several things to look at here. You start with the body, with this body, and kind of go from there. So please keep in mind we're about to look at a dead body. Sixth sense inventory. Something's going on over here.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Is this Kurtz? This might be Kurtz. But you know too much.
Terrible wounds. The dogs must have been rabid.
Before I go, let me look
It
at
is
the
a
other
dog
things.
bite. I can see the tooth marks.
Okay.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Ah, here we go. More deduction. The men. There are numerous bite wounds on this man's body. Okay. These are things that we know already. Okay. Good to know.
This bandage is a day or two old, no more.
Okay. It wouldn't necessarily coincide with the day, you know. Obviously, it would have applied it prior to the death. Ah! But missing finger. This might be the person that belongs at the other end of that finger that got bitten off. So that's good to know. Okay. At his feet here.
What a horrible wound.
Yep. We're getting very forensic in here. So do whatever you need to. You need to not look at this.
Size 9.
Size
Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
Yep, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is very likely one of the two.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
Very likely one of the two folks of the working class who came in. Oh.
Size hobnail. Size hobnail.
What a
Just wondering if there's anything I'm supposed to use any of my inventory for any of this.
what a
Size hobnail. Size hobnail.
Okay, not yet, apparently. However, I do notice that the
Please take note, Watson.
the same finger that we found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's house. Holmes!
Yep, there it is. Okay, we've added to the deduction board. Good. Okay. Is there more down there?
What? This part is in.
There's something else I'm supposed to look at?
Only a dog could inflict so
There we go.
deep a wound, but it appears that the wound was gnawed at afterwards.
Okay, yeah. So, I don't know if that's how much of that has to do with the bishop and how much of that has to do with everything else. I'm about to look at the deceased dogs. Just so everyone is aware, if you need to look away or tune out, absolutely fine. Okay. Pixel
The
hunting
skin
time.
was deeply torn.
Alright.
What a horrible wound.
Yeah, so there's...
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
a lot of... Yeah. A lot going on here. Okay, I think that's everything that I can look at directly here. Alright. Okay, and real quick, I am gonna just... Yeah. Real quick, I am gonna just look at the other one, just so we get that out of the way. Alright, I'm going and looking in now.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
The skin was deeply torn.
What a horrible wound.
Okay. I have now looked away from those. And I'm going to start looking around the room more. There's a lot of stuff here.
The dog's bowl is empty.
What's this? The Illustrated London something. Grapes?
Grapes! What are they doing there?
Grapes?
Grapes! What are they doing there?
Yes. Grapes.
This is yesterday's newspaper.
Okay. Very recently eaten grapes, so... murder might have happened yesterday.
Some meat up in this newspaper.
Yeah.
The blood is still fresh.
Okay.
Someone brought food for the dogs, probably just before the fight broke out.
And just after they had been fed,
Mm-hmm,
they
mm-hmm.
attacked a man to eat him. Incredible.
That's very unusual. So that implies either training or something else is going on. Like if they put, well, okay, that poison that apparently drives you out of your gourd, that might have been in the meat. Could be the employer tying up loose ends. That might be what's happening here. Don't know, because I think the employer was with them when they attacked the bishop.
An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Malan, Bloemfontein, 1883.
Kurtz served as a Boer commando. He fought against his country.
The Boer War. I don't know a lot about the Boer War, but I remember. I think we covered it some in high school, but that was a considerable amount of time ago.
A military badge of the
thinking
58th Infantry Regiment of Her Majesty and a letter stipulating Kurtz's exclusion from the unit. He served in 1881.
At that time, the regiment served in South Africa.
Yeah.
Kurtz was in the Boer War.
Wait a minute, he switched sides? Is that what they're saying?
A newspaper covering the war in South Africa. Kurtz must have been following the war with some interest.
The Boer War is abominable, and it still rages.
Okay. So there are a couple of things. I need to collate here in Monaghan. I'm almost afraid to try saving the game here. Almost. I gotta go to an earlier slot and hope for the best. Yes. Okay, good. Okay. I'm just going to take a look at something. I need to check out the Boer War real quick. Just for this purpose. Just a quick little overview so that I can have that in my brain. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me activate this real quick, so that you can see what I am looking at right now. Just because I want to be thorough here. Second Boer War, also known as the Boer War, the Anglo-Boer War, South African War, was a conflict between the British Empire and two Boer republics over the empire's influence in southern Africa from 1899 to 1902. Okay. Again, on October 11th, 1899, following a Boer ultimatum that the British should cease building up their forces in the region. Which, makes sense. Yeah. I guess. Although were the Boers also an occupying force? Possibly. Possibly. Let's see. The Boer republics. Boer republics were independent, self-governing republics formed especially in the last of the 19th century, by Dutch-speaking inhabitants of the Cape Colony and their descendants. Okay. So Dutch colonizers, basically. Okay. All right. So I just was trying. I'm just trying to get a handle on what they're talking about, so that I can have that in my noggin as we proceed. Okay. Now that I know that, for the next few minutes at least, before it vanishes into the abyss that is my mind, let's head back here. And I need to look at these one more time. Yeah, I'm preparing for the history of the British Empire exam. Yes, it's the only way.
An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Milan.
Yeah, Commando with a K.
Bloemfontein,
So Dutch, maybe.
Kurt
Okay.
served as a Boer commando.
Yeah.
He fought
Okay.
against his country.
Yeah, that makes more sense now to me. 1883.
A military badge of the 58th Infantry Regiment of Her Majesty, and a letter stipulating Kurtz's exclusion from the unit. He served in 1881.
So he served in
At that time,
1881.
the regiment served in South Africa. Kurtz was in the Boer War.
So he served in 1881. He got an exclusion. Royal exclusion? I never an exclusion. There's a royal seal on it, but who knows? Or the 58th Regiment seal. And so, apparently, switched sides in, a couple of years later. So that makes sense.
A newspaper covering the war in South Africa. Kurtz must have been following the war with some interest.
The Boer War is abominable.
Yeah.
And it still rages.
That's the interesting thing is Wikipedia says 1899. This is stuff in the 1880s, so I'm quite sure there were conflicts there prior to 1899. Over the colonies being set up. But
A torn piece of a letter.
okay. Kurtz's letter. Colonel, I have heard that the heads of the Malin Commando do not appreciate your operating methods. Methods that they judge as being too expeditious, even cruel. We are defending our land. Our cause is wholly and just. We need combatants who are honorable and motivated, not wealth-hungry assassins. There is no room here for opportunists like you. Again, it's something I find amusing that they're taking, this Kurtz, I think here is the fact that they're using the name Kurtz as a reference to, I think the people in this game are referencing, might be referencing Apocalypse Now, but it's also, of course, Heart of Darkness is where that originally comes from, which is the funny part. It's that I don't remember there being quite the same military aspect. Heart of Darkness, 1899. Or, wait a minute. Is this crossover fiction? Maybe I'm just putting my expectations on it. Is this crossover fiction that they're doing? Now that I'm thinking about it. Because they've done that before, haven't they? Where they hang on. I gotta check this. Just so that I know what I'm looking at here. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. I'll show you what I'm looking at. The antagonist Kurtz. A proposed source of Conrad's literary basis. Kurtz is a composite. Well, who is Kurtz in this narrative? An ivory trader. That's what I thought. I didn't imagine. I read Heart of Darkness so long ago. Was in high school again, very long time ago. I don't remember Kurtz being a military person as such in this, but if you're British and you're down there, then there might be a military connection in that era. Easily. An ivory trader and commander of a trading post. Monopolizes his position as a demigod among native Africans. Kurtz meets with the novella's protagonist, Charles Marlowe, who returns him to the coast via steamboat. Kurtz, whose reputation precedes him, impresses Marlowe strongly. And during the return journey, Marlowe is witness to Kurtz's final moments. Yeah, it feels like... And yeah, they're going to possibly... I don't know if this is a different part of Africa. Maybe. I'm just... Right now, again, I remember nothing. But... I don't know if if what they're talking about here... Yeah, we're not coming up with anything about connections with the Congo Free State and where the Boer... I don't know where the Boer War was fought. I'm just checking. All right. So... the Boer republics... Yeah, okay, completely different. Yeah, that's not... Okay, so that was down there. And the Heart of Darkness was a little closer to the middle. As we can imagine. Because the Congo is there. Okay, so the Boer republics were down here. Yeah, so the Boer republics were down... you can't see my mouse. The Boer republics were down... we're down at the bottom of Africa, closer to the bottom of Africa, and the Congo Congo was here, more in the middle. Okay, all right. So this is not fan fiction in that way. This is not crossover fan fiction in that way. It is an inspiration. Anyway, oh hi, Katie. Why are we talking about your least favorite piece of literature? Because they're drawing on they've got this character in here named Kurtz that seems to be they're investigating, who seems to have a history with that feels like they're mashing bits of the Kurtz from Heart of Darkness in with the Kurtz from Apocalypse Now. Yeah. And so that's why that's happening. So my apologies for the slight deviation. We're back. It's safe. We're safe now. We're safe from Joseph Conrad now. At least outside of the game. But I was just trying to position everything in my head for this, right? This Kurtz, we have discovered, was sent down during the Boer Wars, prior to what we think of as the Boer Wars, starting in 1899. This was like in the 1880s that this guy Kurtz was sent down there, and so he apparently switched sides. Apparently he was sent down there and got an exclusion, and then ended up on the side of the Boers down there. From what I can gather, Dutch descendants. So anyway, we need combatants who are honorable and motivated, not wealth-hungry assassins. There's no room here for opportunists like you. Okay, so that is a letter that he got from somebody who has got the ear of Malan Commando.
It seems to be a letter of dismissal.
Yeah.
Apparently our friend Kurtz served in both camps in South Africa and was never a colonel, but that doesn't surprise me.
A traitor, deserter, and a false colonel. What a charming gentleman.
Yeah, so they are, they're basically mashing a few things together. It's weird. But it is probably... Yeah, maybe they were originally going to go with it being with the crossover fan fiction, and then decided to just make it different. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and look at the crime grid here. Oh wait, there's another thing. Another thing here.
The material on this tray is rather odd.
Okay.
A small burner. small burnt balls.
Just gonna pass that over.
A pipe with a strange smell.
There can be no doubt. Judging by the material on the tray and the pipe, the man smoked opium.
Opium.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt if this man could have made his drug here. He would have needed a real laboratory.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got the clues from that.
A small...
The burner and the pipe. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we know that now. That opium's involved. Okay, let's see if we can put this together. I think that's everything we can learn in here. Let's take a look at our crime information. Okay. We got several things here. The man smoked opium. The dogs were fed just before the murder. There are numerous wounds on the dogs' bodies. Numerous bite wounds on the man's body. The man ill-treated his dogs and they turned on him. The man's dogs were used to torture him. The man fought savagely against his dogs. I don't know which one of these to go for next, but I want to look at this first. The man smoked opium. Dogs were fed just before the murder. The murderers had a poison that causes madness. I'm pretty sure there's a connection right there. I think he fought savagely against his dogs. And dogs were poisoned. Dogs were trained to kill the man. No, I think they were poisoned. I think they must have been poisoned. The opium doesn't seem to connect to anything right now, but maybe it'll connect more later. Okay. There are no available instruments here for preparing opium. And the man is missing a finger. The bishop tore his aggressor's finger off. Okay, this one should be simple enough. The dogs, the man cut it, the man is one of the bishop's murderers. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Okay. No available instruments here for preparing opium. The man couldn't have smoked opium. The man was given a pipe that already had opium in it. The man had a supply of opium. Stand by. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to look at that again. I need to look at the...
The material on this...
I need to look at the tray one more time. The pipe.
With a strange smell.
Okay, the pipe has been used. This opium pipe has been used. Okay. So, what that tells me... There are no available instruments here for preparing opium. So the man was given a pipe that already had opium in it?
My deduction chart is incomplete, Holmes. We are missing an important detail.
Let's return to the clinic and ask if our friend might lend us his morgue for 2 hours.
What are you going to do?
I'm torn between a nap and a picnic.
Oh, I've had enough, Holmes.
Really?
The next step of our investigation, Watson, leads us inevitably to a post-mortem. As you're well aware, in the instance where a body's vital organs no longer function, every minute is vital.
Yeah.
Be quick now and procure the room while I arrange the transport.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
I will see you later.
Okay, cool. You control Dr. Watson. Sorcerer 1. Hey, how's it going? Yes, I'm doing okay. I'm doing this a little bit later in the day than I expected to. So I just figured I would, but I figured I'd dive in and see if I can get a little bit more in. It's been a while since I've managed to play this one, so I thought I would go ahead. Let me go ahead and once again make a terrifying attempt to save the game, because it is dangerous saving this game now. Okay, good. All right. Hey, how's it going? Doing okay? All right. This is your favorite Sherlock game? Cool, cool. I'm starting with this one because I didn't realize that there were others until in this same series by these same people until after I'd already started playing. I think I just saw this for sale somewhere. I saw an advertisement for it for sale or something, and
Ah, Grant, you are still here. I need to ask a favor from you.
What sort of favor, my dear friend?
Might I use your morgue for a couple of hours? It concerns an affair of the greatest
Use the morgue?
greatest imp.
Whatever for? Letting you poke your nose in everywhere is one thing, but closing my eyes to I don't know what unsavory practices.
No, it's nothing like that.
No, it isn't possible, sorry.
Grant, listen to me.
Don't insist. Where do you think you are? Perhaps because you come from the rich area, you think you are entitled to do whatever you like. But here in Whitechapel, it's the real world, you understand? The real world, where we have to take risks. Do you even know what that means? And this shabby health center where I've been stagnating for years, it's a public establishment under my authority, for whatever that's worth. I am responsible for it. Responsible, do you understand?
Of course I understand, Grant.
Good.
I understand, first and foremost, that you are a coward.
What?
A coward, I said, sitting on your backside behind a desk for years, complaining about your fate without even trying to change a single thing about it.
I won't allow you.
And you dare to talk to me about risks? I, who was wounded in Afghanistan while in Her Majesty's service,
Oh boy.
and who for a great many years has taken part in some of the most dangerous criminal investigations the country has ever known.
But
as for being responsible, as you call it,
Dr.
it
Reminds you of a little
begins with
Sigmund
doing
Freud
your
face.
job
Yeah.
properly, particularly when one is a doctor and caring for the poorest people within our society.
Yeah, a little
The
bit.
real life? Ha ha! Don't make me laugh. I am a doctor too, Grant, don't forget. And I'm ashamed of my profession when I see the state of this center.
it's not my...
So, your disgusting morgue, you are going to allow me to use it, dear friend, because I urgently need it for a vitally important affair that is way over your head, and whether it pleases you or not. Understood?
If you want to be like that about it, do whatever you like. I wash my hands of the entire thing.
Jesus.
That doesn't surprise me.
They're playing the Watson has a temper, which is that seems
This is
fairly
a
consistent.
dismal place. Have you ever carried out a post-mortem, Holmes? It requires a great deal of precision.
Don't worry, I learned quickly. Hand me a bone saw.
Ah, okay. That's just interesting. The thing about that conversation that was interesting to me is just that I was wondering if that doctor if Grant was trying to hide something with that. I mean, they could just be doing the class warfare thing, right? But there might be something else. Okay, we're gonna spin this roulette wheel one more time. I'm gonna try to save the game again because we just had that conversation. I don't want to have to go back through it again necessarily. Good? Okay. All right. I have forgotten what we are doing. So, let's see. No, we don't have a record of that last conversation, but, so post-mortem. He needs a bone saw. He's asked to be handed a bone saw. Do I have a bone saw on me now? No. We're about to conduct an autopsy, just so folks are well warned. I think they're probably going to do a close up, just so folks know. Just giving that little notice there.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I mean, you're the doctor. Don't you know how to do this? Let me see. Are there any items I need to look at or pick up while I'm hanging out here? Yes? No? Okay. Guess we're just going to go poking the body then. Okay. Here we go.
Go carefully, Holmes, even so.
Oh my god. Well, here we go. This is going to be grisly. My understanding is that is a thing that happens with these games. I do not know how to do this. I do not know if there are instructions elsewhere how to do this. I guess we'll get where we can. What are we aiming for here?
I must clean the body first.
Clean the body first. Okay, I've got cotton.
I must mark the places to cut.
Okay, good. I guess the scalpel's next. Heavens help us. I kind of feel like if we start lower down, there'll be slightly less fluid than if we start higher up.
My notches are ready.
It doesn't matter. Okay. We have the tweezers, we have the pipette, we have the rib spreader. I'm guessing the tweezers might be next.
I can't do that.
I guess the tweezers are not next.
I can't do.
Okay, I guess we're going straight to the rib spreader. All right.
I can't do that.
Okay, we can't do that. Thankfully, this is not on hard mode. Guess we're gonna keep cutting then, okay? Anything?
This liquid found in the lungs should be able to tell us something.
Okay, good.
I can't do.
All right. Okay.
No, it is unnecessary.
That's good to know. I'm just trying to grab the tweezers.
A ball of paper, swallowed recently.
Okay. I hope that's everything. All right. We have now moved away from the dead body. My God.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I must analyze the contents of my pipette.
Thank you for freaking answering him this time. Oh my God. Okay. Full pipette. We're going to roll the dice again and try to save over what we just saved over. Okay. All right.
Chemistry material.
And smells as bad as the one in our sitting room at Baker Street.
Mm-hmm. Pipette time?
This
Pipette
liquid
time.
found in the lungs
Oh boy.
should be able to tell us something.
This liquid from the test tube. Use all active agents to work out all its characteristics. Okay. This is just like we did before. Alright. Alright. Orange. Okay, gotta keep an eye out for what we have here. We have 4 different colors to look at. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue, 1 white. Or black, depending on how we do that. Okay, next is the blue one. Brown, green, white, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. I believe that was that. Okay. This is getting harder. Okay. This is the green one. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1? No. There. Okay, good. Ah! Must remember. Okay. Here's the yellow one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that one's easier. White and brown, white and brown, white and brown. All right. And finally, the red one. Pinkish one. Here we go. Brown, green, white, blue. 1 white. Okay, that's easy. Degeneration of
Poison,
skin tissue.
and apparently very virulent.
Okay. So, Okay. So, yeah, actually, and I also didn't look at this map. 13 Burner Street. He swallowed. There's a dragon. And I can't make out anything else there. Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered into the Bishop of Knightsbridge. A substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness. Substance fatal. In this case, death by cardiac arrest. How did it get in his lungs? That's yeah. Results of the analysis of the poison that was administered to Kurtz. Here, a substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness. Considerably heightened by the subject's muscular strength. Provoked extreme degeneration of skin tissue following deep wounds. Substance non-fatal. Except it ended up being fatal. Huh. Are they trying to perfect something? That's possible. Trying to perfect a formula, maybe. Interesting. Although, I mean, it depends on kind of what they were trying to steal in the first place, right? As to whether or not it's significant to... does this make sense, I guess, is what I'm trying to figure out. Do we have any more details now? Let me check something. I think he had already had opium in it. This man is one of the bishop's murderers. He's gotta be. Missing something. The man smoked opium. He had opium in his lungs. He smoked opium. The opium was poisoned. That's how they got it into him. They put it in the... They had to have probably put it in the meat, right? For the dog that they gave the dogs. And then they also put it in the opium. Already had opium in it. Yeah. Okay. That's got to be what happened. Oh, now we add to the deduction board. Did we just get another piece? Might have just gotten another piece. I mean, the dogs were poisoned. Man fought savagely against his dogs. Man smoked opium. The opium was poisoned. This had to have been the case. He had to have been given the pipe that had opium in it. Okay. So the next step would be to go to that place that we have the map for is probably an opium den. Probably an opium den, is what I'm thinking here.
We must finish our deduction board, Holmes.
God damn. I'm trying to. But apparently there's a piece missing here. Okay. Alright, alright. There's something else in here that we need? No? Okay. This has to have been what happened. I am missing something. Lungs! Okay, there we go. There are traces of opium in Kurtz's lungs. There we go. The man mixed the opium with the poison with opium and then sold it. The man was poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison. The man drank opium. This is the one. Okay. Fought savagely against the dogs. The man was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. The man went mad because he was an opium addict who was murdered by the bishop. No, the timeline would have been off for that. And was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. That brings us down here. Didn't see this. There we go. Hang on. Given a pipe that had opium in it. His accomplices brought him this pipe. His accomplices prepared the pipe for him. His accomplices didn't prepare the pipe for him. They had to prepare the pipe for him. He was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. The man was poisoned by his dogs. Yes, that's clearly what happened. The man was murdered by his accomplices, poisoned by his accomplices, and then... yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But... we could say it was that, effectively. He was poisoned by his accomplices. His dogs were also poisoned. They knew that they were going to fight each other.
We must finish our...
Damn it.
We must finish...
Just a question of, am I clicking on the right thing? He was poisoned by his accomplices. We know this. See, we know... we know this. What are we missing? There's a connection here. It goes down the page. It goes over here. The man was poisoned by his accomplices. It has to be. This has to be what happened. Am I missing something else?
We must...
There's a special hell we're in now. There's something else on the body I need? We got everything off the body we needed? We could go there. Hang on. Do I need to save this again? We can try doing that.
I am missing some information.
Clearly. I mean, Burner Street is clearly I'm saying clearly is probably where the opium den is. Okay, so his accomplices didn't prepare the pipe for him. But he was poisoned by his accomplices. This now makes less and less sense. We're just trying to find some combination that will unlock something here.
We must fit.
I'm pretty sure we've got the shape of this. Would you consider this game Challenger for your brain? I mean, it does do that. It also, some of that though is the interface. That's the problem. This part, I like this part. This part where I like the deduction board. The thing is I feel like there's a fiddly bit here to do more with the interface than anything else. It's not clicking into place. Because, I mean, we figured out the guy had the poison in his lung. Guy had the poison in his lungs. We want to look at our information here, right? Heightened aggression, close to madness, substance fatal. Death by cardiac arrest. Poison that was administered to Kurtz. Heightened aggression, close to madness. Heightened strength. Extreme degeneration of skin tissue following deep wounds. Non-fatal. It's not the same poison. Maybe that's it. It's not the same poison, but it's saying it was. There is something out of place. I mean, now it's, I don't know. Okay, that's ridiculous, but... I mean, he's not. I'm just wondering if it clicks into place when this is thrown together. It's like it could be the same poison, right? Just reacting differently in this guy than in the bishop. Hang on. There's just one, it's, I swear it's just a thing that I gotta click on. This is showing up as like a dead end. I feel like this is everything that happened. So that being the case, I mean, I feel like this is a reasonable conclusion to come to. That he was poisoned by his accomplices. Could be. Did his dogs do it? Okay, I'm going to, I feel like this may be an interface thing, maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling up the hint system, because I feel like this is just, this is a protocol thing. So let me go ahead and do that. Hang on a sec. I'll show you what I'm doing. So you can see where we are here. Stand by. Let me do that. Okay. And let me see where we are here. Knightsbridge murder investigation. Following 3 leads. Whitechapel Dispensary. How can I fill out the Kurtz deduction board? This is the one. This is the one that's giving us problems. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start looking at this. The good thing about this, the Universal Hidden System thing that they do is it just gives you a tiny bit at a time. Until the deduction board is correct, close to keep checking things out. As with the Knightsbridge deduction board, next step is to get all the currently available left side entries, which we did. Dog's finger, instrument, pipe, the dogs, the man, right? And we also have the lungs. So and the wound plus the bite marks. We did all that. We have everything on the board that we need. Once you get all 6 entries, bring up the deduction board and then click on them all to reveal their right side clues. Doing that will bring up some questions for you to fill in. Note that getting them all correct won't turn anything green, but it will get you a cutscene, right? What are the correct answers, dear God? Okay. On the first page, there's a question item connected to the facts that the man and the dogs had a bite wound on them. Okay. Yes. From this we conclude the man fought savagely against his dogs. Yes, that's what we put down. Another question item that connects to the fact that the dogs were fed just before the murder, right? The answer I put was that the dogs were poisoned. Obviously didn't attack the man out of hunger, so they must have been poisoned. Right? Okay, good. There are 2 question items on the second page. The first one has to do with the lack of available instruments to prepare opium. Let me check something here. Instruments. There are no available instruments here for preparing opium. And and I put that the man was given a pipe that had already had opium in it. Which I think is unusual, which, you know, there are a few different ways one can look at it. There was opium in his lungs, so he had to have smoked it, is what I'm thinking. So, let's see. This indicates the man was given a pipe that already had opium in it. Okay, that's what I said. Alright, so that's in there. Okay. The other question item has to do with the fact that the man is missing a finger and that the bishop bit off one of his aggressor's fingers. And this man is one of the bishop's murderers, is what I concluded. This leads us to the conclusion that this man is one of the bishop's murderers. Yes! We have that! We have all of that! There are no more hints! What's wrong? There's one more after that, though. That's the thing. The man was given a pipe that already had opium in it. And the man is one of the bishop's murderers. So, the last 2 question items are the ones that we're having a problem with, right? Also the lungs. Okay. Maybe they address it in a moment, right? Okay. What do I need to do after the autopsy? Okay. Analyze the liquid, which we did. Turn around from facing the autopsy table to find a row of sinks, blah, blah, blah. We did that. How do I get the analysis done? No, we already did that. How can I finish up this deduction board? Okay. New left side entry labeled lungs has been added. We have that. Traces of opium in Kurtz's lungs. Okay, the new lungs entry, you get to a question item that's connected to the facts that Kurt smoked opium and traces of it were found in his lungs. I concluded the man was poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison. What were the other options here? The man drank opium, or the man mixed the poison with opium and then sold it. Which makes no sense. I guess... Well, hang on. Just trying a couple of things real quick. Okay. Now, I'm sticking to my guns here. The man was poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison. That's what I have showing here. This leads us to conclude he was poisoned by a mixture of opium and poison. See, this is we're still getting this. Okay. All right. There's something missing here. Answering that one will bring up another one that's connected to the fact that Kurtz fought savagely against his dogs. This is the question of the man, whether he was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. This is where... What were the other options? Let me see. The man went mad because he was an opium addict, and the man was murdered by the bishop. Those were the only other 2 options on there. So, I mean, the man was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. Seems to be there? This strongly indicates he was poisoned by the same poison as the bishop. Alright. A new question item will then appear on the second page connected to the fact that Kurtz was given a pipe that already had opium in it. Yes, we have that. Okay. I have his accomplices prepared this pipe for him, and the man was poisoned by his accomplices. Oh, no, wait. Wait a minute. Stand by. Think we're following circular logic? It's entirely possible. Let's take a second here. They didn't prepare the pipe for him, they brought it to him. There it is.
That was a most instructive post-mortem. This man was murdered by his accomplices because of his missing finger.
I see. He was overly conspicuous, walking around with a bandaged hand, as the police would have been looking for a man with a missing finger. But how did they manage to disguise the murder by making it look like a dog attack?
The post-mortem revealed the presence of poison in his system. Everything points to it being a less potent form of the poison we found in the bishop's room.
There it is.
This man died as much from the poison as from fighting against those animals. I believe this new version of the substance provokes such a rage that the victim attacks anything in his path, and in this instance it was dogs. We're dealing with sorcerers' apprentices whose creations are ever evolving. They are attempting to obtain a particular effect, and they try out their formulae on human guinea pigs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're saying that his accomplices forced him to drink it?
No, he took it himself, voluntarily. The poison wasn't to be found in his blood, but in his lungs. I also discovered numerous traces of opium.
I'm beginning to see. They mixed this horrible poison with his opium, knowing that he would soon smoke it to ease the pain caused by his wound.
Exactly. And such a profound knowledge of both chemistry and toxicology is uncommon. Very well. We know the reason and the manner, but we're really not any further ahead. How will we find the two other men who murdered the bishop? By going to 13 Burner Street. It is in this area.
But where did you get that address, Holmes?
From his stomach.
He wanted to get rid of the address.
No, he wanted revenge.
I don't follow you.
When the man with the missing finger began to feel the effects of the poison, he knew that he was going to die, and he knew that there would be a post-mortem. Shall we go?
Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Well, that worked out. Okay, we are outside of the thing here now. And once again, I'm going to roll the dice and try saving. Oh boy. No! No! We were so close. Saving in that yard also, I think, causes issues. Hopefully, if they let us click through it, we'll be okay. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, the game is evil.
That was
I see.
the post-mortem.
Yeah.
We're
All right. Yes. Good.
No.
Good.
Exactly. Very well. By go
But where did you...
from his stomach.
I see.
No, he...
I don't...
When the man...
Yes. Okay. Good. There we go. Hi. How's it going? We're back. Let's move out here. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay. We're out here now. You see what's over here? I'm gonna... Okay, gate's closed. I'm gonna try saving here. Heavens help us. Please do it. No! Ah! Curses. All right. This is getting rough.
No. Exact. Very well. By go.
But where did...
From his stomach.
I see.
No, he...
I don't...
When the man with...
Yes, the game has chosen violence. We saw Burner Street earlier. I don't know where. I forget where. Yeah, that's Burner Street.
Burner Street.
There's nothing left at all. I have to close. Oh, what misery.
You think you're miserable? Okay. We're now on Burner Street. Heavens help me, I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna delete something. Please. It's not doing it. Oh my god. Okay, I may just have to go through that section. We will never escape. Never. Ever find yourself in a time loop? Oh, and I deleted it, so I have to... Oh my god. Did I delete the wrong one? Oh my god. Did I delete the... Oh no. Oh no. We have to do the autopsy again. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to the audience? I don't know. No, we don't have to do the autopsy again. Okay. No, we just have to do this again. Oh my god. Really? We have to do this part. We have to do the chemistry again.
In the lungs should be able to tell us
Heavens
something.
help us. Alright. Let me see if... you make this work. Heavens help us. Okay. Come on. Okay, orange. Here we go. Oh boy. Alright. Brown, green, white, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2. Thankfully, these are the same as they were before, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. Two and 2. And 1.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Alright. Okay. Guess we're redoing the board now. fine. Is saving here possible, or are we in a horrible recursion? Yeah, saving here is possible. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. All right, we do this again. All right. They brought him the pipe. And there we go.
That was a most instructive.
I see.
The post-mortem. This, I believe, we're dealing.
You're saying
No,
I'm beginning.
exactly. Very well. By go
But where did you get?
from his start.
13,
see.
number
No,
13.
he wants.
I don't follow.
When the man with the
We gotta go to number 13. And so we're just gonna do it and hope for the best.
Burner Street.
My husband can't pay the rent. We've got nowhere to go.
Okay. Number 8, number 11. Number 9. Number 12. And here we have number 13. So you get a little wary here, but we have this is where we are here, because they're going to. My hope is that they're doing this part respectfully, but we'll see. Let's see. Also, yeah. Can I try saving now that we are standing over here? Will that help anything? I don't know. Ah! If we do, it may toss us back. No, let's just keep going
Burner Street.
and hope for an autosave that doesn't crash the game.
There's our opium den, Watson. Let's go.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome. What can I do for you?
One of your regular clients looked within himself to give us your address.
Oh my
He was
God.
very helpful.
Oh, I understand. Our clients quickly become regulars. Your friend isn't with you?
Sadly, no. He is tied up with his dogs.
I understand. I too love dogs. Come in and make yourselves at home.
Wow. Okay. It's autosaving. Yay! Okay. Alright.
Have you chosen somewhere to sit, gentlemen?
Not yet, but we would like to ask you.
Make yourselves at home, gentlemen. Someone will take care of you.
Okay.
What do you think, Holmes?
You're not giving me anything
The
here.
keys
Let's
to the establishment are all here together. Interesting.
see. Okay. Oh no! Why did we go outside? Okay. Yeah, let's look around a little bit. Hope we don't get trapped by anything. By a teleporting Watson.
Dirty water. This bowl is used to wash smoking tools.
Poor devils. See, Holmes, the ravages caused by such artificial pleasure.
Jasmine tea, judging by the aroma.
Poor devils. See, Holmes, the ravages caused. Poor devils.
Yes, you already mentioned that.
Ashes. It's not very clean here.
See if we find anything significant. That person looks familiar. So I've seen him outside quite a bit. Okay, there's a door there. Before I go poking around there, let me
A pity I don't understand Chinese.
Not one of the several million languages you speak?
You can't come in here. It's private.
Please excuse us, sir.
You can't.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The game will not allow it. All right.
It's not allowed.
Please excuse us, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Closed. Well, we have searched everywhere apart from 2 rooms. One of these rooms interests me particularly.
You are thinking of the guarded room, aren't you, Holmes?
I am indeed. But we should not consider any confrontation with the guard. Let us be discreet and enter the adjoining room.
It's locked, and it wouldn't be very discreet if we were to force it.
Nevertheless, we do need to get in there.
And the manager?
Let us find a way of distracting his attention.
Okay. Did they flip us around again? Yes, no, wait, there's stuff to pick up there now.
Ashes. It's not very clean here.
Okay, we now have ashes. I don't think I noticed anything else that we might want. No, we can't get at that lock yet. Aha.
Dirty water. This bowl is used to wash smoking tools.
Okay. We now have ashes and dirty water. Okay. Heavens help me, I'm going to try saving again. See if the game continues to choose violence or if it was just that one scene. Oh no! It's gonna choose violence. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Let me see if it'll put us back to where, yeah, we don't need to look at a lot to get to the next bit. I'm going to press resume. And it'll put us there because it autosaved, thankfully.
Have you
Not yet.
make your
Okay, we
Keys to the
gotta see that. Okay, gotta see that the first time around. Gotta see that the first time around. Hang on.
Ashes.
Gotta notice that the first time around.
It's not allowed here. Go on a bit further.
Please excuse us, sir.
Do that. Go over here.
A pity I don't understand Chinese.
Right.
Closed.
Closed. There we go.
Well,
You are thinking of...
I am in.
It's locked.
Nevertheless.
Yes.
And the manager?
Alright, time to distract the manager. Somehow. Oh, missed that the first time.
Jasmine tea, judging by the aroma.
Right. Tea. Okay.
Ashes. It's not very clean here.
Okay, and that one.
Dirty water. This bowl is used to wash smoking tools.
Okay. So, we now have dirty water, tea, and ashes. I'm sure these will all be useful for something.
Have you chosen somewhere to sit, gentlemen?
Not yet. But we would like to ask you...
Make yourselves at home, gentlemen. Someone will take care of you.
Okay.
Have you
Not yet.
make your
Not yet.
make yourself
Okay. All right. There's clearly a thing.
Poor devil. We must find a discreet way into the room next to the guarded area.
I mean, starting a fire is probably not discreet. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Thing that you might be able to do with ashes, but probably not because it's been a while. He's got all the keys over there. You have dirty water, tea, and ashes.
It's not allowed. You can't come. It's not.
It's not.
Please excuse.
Okay. Question: what do we want to interact with here, or how can we interact with some things here? Something that'll distract him long enough.
Forward. Forward, devils.
I mean, we could go out into the street and do something, maybe, but there would need to be some purpose here. Let's take a look out in the street immediately around, because maybe we're supposed to do something out here that would distract them. Just checking around here. Okay, I don't see anything being brought up on our scope here.
This sign would appear to be that of an establishment not fit
Really?
for honest folk.
I just said you couldn't read it. All right. I'm gonna go into this mode here to look around, really, in case there might be something we're missing. These opium sets. There should be something there. There would maybe be something else we can. There may be something else we can interact with, possibly. We just got to figure out what that is. Or how to make these items work together. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that advice. We run through the opium den. Race through the opium den. Oh, hey. There's a vent here. Hi. See, we tried interacting with him with those. Interacting with the keys, maybe. The only other thing I saw out here to interact with was the keys. Or the keys. And that's even just...
The key to the key to the the key to
No, okay.
Have you chosen?
Not yet.
Make yourselves at home.
Right. Something over here? No. I'm sure there's a solution here. Just an issue of figuring it out. So we have, looking at our items again, We have jasmine tea. We have ashes. We have dirty water. I cannot think. We've tried all three of these items on both the manager and his assistant. I've tried all three of the items on the keys. I haven't tried any of them on the door, I guess. The only other thing I can think of. And then there's maybe the patrons, trying them on each of the patrons that we see. And there's something in here that I'm sure of. Yeah, I know, right? There's stuff. Gotta be stuff. Okay.
Closed. Closed. Closed.
Okay.
A pity I don't have.
We must find a discreet way into the...
Uh-huh.
We must find...
Okay. So the only other thing to interact with are the patrons, and that's, again, we're not really interacting so much as looking at them, so we'll have to see if that does anything. Hi.
Poor dead. Poor.
This is all just going to be a series of the same thing, isn't it?
Poor devils. Poor.
Is there nothing else?
Poor.
That's it. Okay, that's everything there was to interact with as far as I can tell. The door? Yeah, if we interact with it, then we go outside. I heard a chime. I don't know what it represented. I don't know what it meant. Is it these? It's these. Hidden message. See the value of imagination. The gambler. You have never failed to play the game. Number lower. With all respect for your natural acumen, you handled that very well. You opened the safe box. Okay, yes. I mean, if there's something else like out here, then that's going to be messed up. If there's like a bunch of stuff we have to do separately. And go back and analyze the chemical compound of the water. It's not a great idea. This is just a question of like distracting that guy.
Burner Street.
So I think it's going to be contained to this area. Heavens help me, I think we're going to end up looking at hints again. We've gone for about 2 hours. Yeah. I do not wish to do this all night, but I think I feel like I've interacted with all the things. It just means that I'm missing something, probably. There is a thing that I have not noticed. I mean, that's the door handle. I keep hearing that noise. I'm scared that I'm using something up. And I can't think of ways to use these items together. Maybe we don't use those items. We also have matches, scissors, and a pocket knife.
We must find a...
What is that? What is that is happening there? I keep hearing that chime go off, and I keep seeing the notice.
We must find...
I don't know what that means. What does the chime mean? I have to look this up. I have to look the chime up. All right. I know. Why don't we have duct tape? That's the important thing. That's really what we need. Stand by. All right. We're coming to that point. Coming to the point of frustration. Okay. Let's see what material we find here. Okay. Okay, we did that already. Write down the guys. Yeah. Side street, Burner Street. Yes. Let's read number 13. Look at the receptionist, then go down the main hall until you find a side hall with a large thug. First, they get warned off. Look at the left side of the hall to find another door. Try to open it and get a brief cutscene, then look for a way to unlock it. There are keys. Look next to the desk to find several keys hanging on a board on the wall. Yes, that's very clear. Examine the keyboard's hotspot to get Holmes to suggest distracting the receptionist in order to get the locked room's key. Yes, we've kind of talked about that. We already did that, I'm pretty sure, but let's go into that room again. Because why not?
The key to the locked room is here. I must find a means of getting the receptionist out of the way.
Is that all that was necessary? Just the need to do that? The need to do that. Will there be something else now? I doubt it. Wait. No. Now these are all green tinted magnifying glasses. We've seen all of those before. Just in case that locked anything else up. Unlocked anything else. Yes, no. Okay. All right. Okay. Checked that out. So we did that. What if one of the den's customers were to become distressed about something enough to raise a ruckus? That should distract the receptionist long enough to steal the locked room's key. Okay, so it would mean that we would do something interacting with one of the customers. Let's examine the customers again a little more closely from what we're able to. what do we have? Okay. This man's head is next to, and this man's hat is next to that, but there's nothing to interact with directly. Man's head is next to his opium tray. There's nothing I can get at there. I can't interact with that guy. I don't think. Okay. This guy is lying on the bed near the pipe. Shoes are off. I mean, that's like everybody. Well, not everybody, apparently. This guy is paying attention, can see us. This guy is unconscious and like within earshot. I feel like if we're raising a ruckus, I want to set something on fire. So ashes were here. This was not very clean.
We must find it.
Yes, we're working on it.
Forward.
Trying to figure out a way to trigger their use. So, see what's holding up these little chandelier affairs, these lights. That one's tied there. Tied to these ropes. And the ceiling. There's that one. Nothing like directly above them, but if I imagined if that came down, that would do something. Just glancing around to see if there's a,
We must find.
Yes, thank you. I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I can see these things here, but I don't see how to connect it up. I'm going to need to look at the next clue. Okay. If you look along the right side as you move down the den's main hallway, you'll find one customer who's awake. Yes, we've seen him. How can I get this guy to cause a disturbance? Maybe if we fed him some bad opium or something else that made him feel sick. I think I've already tried messing with that guy with all of the items available, but let's see if we can figure that out. Hang on. Like I said, I'm trying to do this in earnest. I'm not trying to just plow through all the clues. He's kind of awake. But the one we can interact with was the one who was sitting up looking at us. This guy.
Forward. 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 Forward, devils. Forward. Forward. Forward.
Okay, I'm going to try something. We've not done this before. Tea made with dirty water. Lousy booze. Okay. That's new. There we go.
Holmes, you talked about making a client sick, but you were exaggerating. Surely you aren't going to force someone to drink.
Another of our differences, my friend. You cure people.
Really?
I make them sick.
What's the matter? Are you ill? Hey, mister! It'll be all right. Breathe.
The Chinese waiter is busy. We can go.
Oh, great. We need to know which key to take. Let's go back and look at the symbols over that door.
A pity I don't understand
Okay.
Chinese.
3 of them.
A pity I don't
And,
understand Chinese.
Got it. Okay.
The Chinese waiter is busy.
Yes, okay, good. Alright. I think these were the 3. I think. Well, were they? I think these were the ones. Okay. Give that a try. Don't mind us just jogging along behind you.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Great.
Watson, put the key back in its place before the manager notices that it's missing.
I shall be quick. I managed to return the key without being seen.
Perfect. Let's go in.
Okay. We are stuck here until it next autosaves. Probably. So let's get to it.
A ventilation window.
Phew!
Until
What
I
a
get sick of it.
stink. This bottle is full of barbiturate acid. We use it in medicine sometimes as a tranquilizer.
Right.
This small opening gives onto the guarded room.
Okay.
Holmes, shh, listen.
Yeah, but that's different. I don't mind getting money for killing, but he was a sort of pope or something.
Uh-oh.
And we didn't even get... Yeah, I know. I got nice rich man's boots. They must be worth about £20. But even so, and the boss ain't happy. And when I see him unhappy, I'm afraid. I don't fancy ending up like Kurtz. Perhaps you're right. But we'll have a chance to make up for it. We just have to get it right this time. Because he won't forgive us so easily next time.
They are the bishop's murderers, Holmes. The fiends.
Calm down, Watson. We'll have to take care of the guard at the entrance. I think we should be able to find something in this place that would put an elephant to sleep.
Ah.
Very good. But then what?
Then, we take care of those two devils.
Okay.
Phew! What a stink. This bottle is full of barbiturate acid. We use it in medicine sometimes as a tranquilizer.
A syringe that could be useful.
You just grab. Yes. Yes, a syringe.
Small balls of opium. I'll take a spoonful.
Yes. Yes, take a spoon. No, we're not at all supporting our drug habit here. We're just, these will be useful items. Yes, useful items. That's it.
This billhook is very thin and solid. This stick will serve as a weapon, or for something else.
It's weird, because prior to this, I hadn't realized we could actually use the items together, I don't think.
I need something.
I need a lot of things.
I need...
Okay. Well, what do we have? Before we dive into this, is there anything else around here I need to look at? I don't think so. I think we've been... Yeah, okay. What do we have? We have a bill hook, a teaspoon with opium beads, a syringe, barbituric acid, a stick. Okay. All right.
I need...
It's not the stick. Okay.
Holmes, do you really think that this is the appropriate moment?
Don't worry, Watson. My mind only requires stimulation when it is unoccupied. That is not the case at the moment. I am merely heating these opium balls to obtain a liquid solution.
Yes.
You have a potentially very powerful sedative there, Holmes. Be careful, such a dose could be lethal.
This door shouldn't be open.
Let's hide, Holmes.
This place isn't very favorable for that. I hate the idea, but we will have to rely on luck.
Huh?
There, it's locked.
We've been locked in.
I am sure it'll be fine. Okay. So now here we are. We have liquid opium. Do we put it in the syringe? Yes. Syringe with opium. And acid, apparently. That's a soporific. Okay. This is the first time in the game we've actually had to combine items. So we have the syringe with the soporific, which is great. We just need to inject it into a person. We have this stick. We have this bill hook.
I think that window is large enough for us to squeeze through.
This window is well and truly stuck. We'll have to pull it free.
Okay.
Closed.
Yes. I'm just double checking on some things. Okay, we're done with that window. Okay.
I think that window is large enough.
This window...
Okay. So, first off, the
I
knife.
think that window...
This
No.
window...
Bill hook.
It's open, but this window is damnably heavy. We need something to keep it wedged open.
Luckily, we have a stick.
Good. We can get out of here. After you, my dear fellow.
Very well, Holmes.
Well, go on. Okay, we are outside the window now, magically.
What should we do next, Holmes?
You gotta inject that guy. That's all we have left. Let's go casually inject this guy.
It's time to take action, Watson. Go and distract the brute guarding the door.
What? Why don't you do it yourself? You're an expert boxer, after all.
It's not a matter of fighting. It's a matter of luring him to me.
Ah, I see. I imagine that the sedative is for him.
Well deduced, Watson. Do something to bring the guard towards me. Good luck, Watson.
Sir, would you be so good as to come here?
Dun 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 dun. That went well.
You again? I've already told you that there's nothing to see here. Understood?
Do something to bring the guard towards me. Good luck, Watson.
Okay.
Sir, would you be so
It's a timing
good as to
thing.
come here?
Okay, that didn't work.
Do something to bring the guard.
Sir, would you be so good as to come here?
Ah! It was a brief moment. I saw a brief moment.
Do something to.
Sir.
There we go. We need anything on him? No, probably not. Alright. He'll be fine.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think. Alright. We need anything up these stairs?
Holmes, what on earth are you doing? No! Stop! Put your hands up! Don't try anything clever!
I have no idea what just
You're
happened.
under arrest. Take them away.
So be it. Come, Watson. Let us go.
That was a little odd because I just sort of decided to look at the stairs first, but
But why have we come back to Baker Street? It would have been better to join Baines to interrogate those criminals.
No. In the hands of the police, those crooks won't talk, and you know it. They risk being hanged.
Oh,
I feel like I missed
all that
something.
For nothing. Oh, they didn't find anything. Sherlock Holmes isn't a nice man, is he? I don't think I like him now.
Look what I found.
this framing mechanism is still messing me up.
Don't do that. We don't like him, but you shouldn't hit him like that.
Give that back. It's only a doll.
This is Sherlock Holmes's attic. All this must have belonged to him. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
3 trails and 2 dead ends. The poor nephew is dead, but Baines has the bishop's murderers. The only one left is the rat killer. Have you questioned him?
No.
May I ask when you're going to do it?
When I have found him.
What? You're not trying to tell me that he's escaped again?
Yes, but this time it's not your fault, nor mine for that matter.
You've been using me, Holmes. I unwittingly aided one of the most dangerous criminals in the kingdom to escape. So please tell me why.
An explanation would be futile. It would only lead to further pointless questions.
But do you have even the slightest notion as to where he might be hiding?
Forget Hans Schielmann for the moment, Watson. Just concentrate on the fact that the bishop is on the chessboard.
In any case, the news has spread like wildfire. Look at the headlines. All the papers are talking about it. And the Globe Explorer, their editors must be jumping for joy.
Let the dogs bark with the pack, Watson.
But how could Farley be so well informed? Look, he also mentions our visit to the opium den, and in great detail. How did he know?
Let me see. Contrary to what you might think, Watson, I do not consider that all of our trails have led to dead ends. We're simply missing a common denominator, something that links them together. And our journalist's mystery informer might just be that missing link.
Should we attempt to uncover his identity?
It is essential that we do so. Let us examine the map. We must talk to Mr. Farley.
Okay, it's auto-saving. And that is just as well, because I'm going to need to dive out, I think. But I just want to make sure that something weird is going on here. I just need to figure this out. Incredible escape from Westgate Prison. Hans Schielman, the infamous rat killer imprisoned in Westgate for murder, has achieved one of the most spectacular escapes in British history. The escape took place without violence or bloodshed, and is extraordinary in that the prison guards did not observe anything untoward. Indeed, it was someone entirely unconnected with the person who noticed that the dangerous criminal was missing. That person is none other than Dr. John Watson. Yes, dear readers, you read it correctly. Dr. Watson, the friend and companion of the Baker Street detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. According to the prison director, Mr. Holmes visited Westgate in order to interrogate Hans Schielman. As regards what exactly still remains a mystery, but considering the fact that Schielman could not have possibly escaped without outside assistance, it is quite easy to guess at the true reason for Sherlock Holmes' visit to the Westgate Fortress. It's now up to the police to conclude the current investigation. They are decidedly very busy. Yesterday morning, Inspector Baines declared that 2 suspects were being held in relation to the murder of the unfortunate Bishop of Knightsbridge. The two men were arrested at an opium den in Whitechapel. An interrogation of the establishment staff, if not providing anything concrete regarding the identity of the 2 criminals, nevertheless revealed that Sherlock Holmes was also present at the time. Indeed, the director of the establishment, Mr. Chen Chahu, accuses the detective of attacking a member of his staff, as a guard was later found incapacitated with a syringe protruding from his arm. According to the clinic where the man was swiftly taken, he had been on the receiving end of a terribly dangerous anesthetic. Mr. Chen confirmed that at the time of the attack, apart from his clients, only Sherlock Holmes and his loyal friend Dr. Watson would have had the opportunity to carry out the crime. Still, according to Mr. Chen, the aggression took place in order to gain access to the rooms occupied by the same 2 criminals. So what was Mr. Holmes doing in this opium den? Apparently he had knowledge that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were there. Why did he not alert the authorities? Why did he act alone? Why attack the guard? You may be sure, dear readers, that our investigations have only just begun. Oh, Farley. Okay. I just kind of want to... There was an autosave that took place a moment ago, so we're okay. I do want to check something out. I kind of want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Like, we made a sedative, and the reason I want to check to make sure we didn't miss anything is that it felt a little weird that quite suddenly you go up there and you just shoot at them, right? And I'm wondering if there's a piece of content in here that we might have missed. That's the reason I am looking at this now. Getting out of the room, we already did that. Get this guy sedated, we did that. Try opening the door. To get Holmes to say you need to take the murderers by surprise, go up the stairs to the right door, get a cutscene. Okay, that's the only piece of content we missed was the desire to take them by surprise. Okay. All right. I can live with that. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up at this point. I feel like that's a good idea at this point. There's so much more content apparently that for this game, because I mean, if we just go up a level and look at the and look at this, we were on the following 3 leads. And we've got investigating a journalist, a judge, searching for, yeah, we've got several more parts to this. So a certain degree of patience is going to be required, I think, to get through all of this. This is a lot. This is longer than I think any of the Holmes stories. I feel as though that's very much the case. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and probably dive off. Let me go ahead and get us to a decent point here. In other words, Jim will still be here in 6 months' time, possibly. We've already got that saved. I think we're okay. But of course, I'm going to check and see if I can overwrite. I can. Okay, excellent. Good. Good. Okay. That tells us everything we need to know. It's going to take a while. I mean, yeah, it's either that or I sit here for another... It's almost 9 p.m. There's... sit here for more hours just grinding away at things. But no. We shall not do that. We shall not do that. Instead, let us go ahead and start this up again. And we shall transition over here. Hello. Thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. I am interested in trying to finish this if we can. There's so much more of it, and I start to every time we come up against a certain amount of frustrating things, whether that's the way the game saves or fails to save due to a bug, or the way the interface works, we get delayed. I'm just sort of like, okay, I have only so much energy for this. So I am looking forward to getting back to this. We're gonna hang back a little bit, and I'll probably dive back in. I'll dive back in when I get a chance. So what do we have happening? Let's figure that out. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to play something tomorrow or not. I might try to play this again tomorrow. I don't know. Or I may go back to city building. Who knows? Or I may say hang it all and go to something else. I don't know. But I'm not ready to hang things up with this game just yet, but I may... I'll have to see. I'll have to see. What do we have happening? So tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, next week, actually, we do not have... I don't think we have any... do we not have any games? Let me see if we have any games next week. Any tabletop RPGs? No. No tabletop RPGs next week. Next week we're kind of, as it turns out, the timing of everything is such that we've got a break from them until the week following. I might try to do something for Halloween, possibly, like watching a silent movie or something. I don't know if I'm going to do that on here. We might try to do that on here. I don't know. I've never done that before. I have to look through and figure out how everything's going to work. Like, the technology is easy enough, but I have to figure out, the music and rights and things like that before I do anything like that, because I do not wish to have to deal with... I don't want to have to deal with rubbing up against that, bumping up against that. So we'll see. So maybe something for Halloween, possibly, but otherwise on Thursday, Lucci will be here, and we'll be playing Zork 2 again. And yeah, well, at least I got a good spot to pick up again. If I want to do something else and come back. Yeah, that's true. We did get to a good pause between things, and I do like that. But yeah, so we've got that game next week, and then yeah, that's it for really anything planned for next week. So probably more video gaming is going to happen. So we may come back to this, we may come back to something else. We don't know. We'll figure it out. But thank you all very much. I very much appreciate your watching. We will do more stuff. Sometime soon, I dare say. It will just be probably like at random. Who's doing things right now? May pop over, if possible, and see. Let's see. Prax is doing D&D. Anarysis is doing a game of some kind. We haven't rated Anarysis for a while, so we might do that. They're doing with people, so we might do that. Feel free to hang on if you're so inclined and say hi to them with us. That'll be when we hit the end card. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.